Friends, shalom, and welcome to Peace Around Mind Yoga. My name is Tanya Coggin. I am a Christ-centered yoga instructor, and I'm so glad y'all are here. Grab my block today, because I realize sometimes when you come to class and your instructor hands out blocks, you're like, what do I do with this thing? And a lot of times I'll have people say, no, I don't want one. Y'all grab a block. If you get a chance to get one in class, get one. If you want to grab some for your yoga bag, they are very inexpensive and great to keep on hand. So I'm just going to show you a couple of postures that you can use the block for to help soften or deepen your postures. So one thing I really love it for is just a forward fold. And right now I'm sitting and easy seated, fine, whatever is easy and seated to you. I'm going to show you a couple options. So I'm sitting crisscross. I've got my block in front of me on its tall setting. So it's tall. It could be a medium height or a short height, just depending on how you turn it. So I have it right here. I'm gonna bring my hands down in front of me and I'm just opening the heart forward. And I'm coming into just a simple forward fold. I'm gonna bring my head down to the top of the block if that is available to you. If it is not available to you, I invite you just to stack a couple of blocks on top of each other or take them this way, stack 3, okay? And we're gonna come into a fold. So I'm gonna reach the chest forward. I'm gonna take a couple of breaths right here. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling space, exhaling any anxiety. Good, and as I come on down, if I'm able to, I can bring the top of the head down towards that block. And even though I'm not able to come all the way to the earth, that's okay, because I can just rest right here. I'm using my hands to support me, and my forehead is on the block. It's touching the block gently and lightly, okay? So you can take a couple of breaths here, really working on rounding your spine and finding space between each vertebra. So breathing here and letting the breath go. Good, and then just coming up when you're ready. And again, if sitting cross-legged is not accessible to you, you can bring the feet out wide. You can come into a wide-legged forward fold. It looks like this. So coming down, having the block ready to meet you, hands are wherever they would like to be, and bringing the forehead down to your block. So this is a gentle way to stretch through the backs of the legs. Again, if anything does not feel comfortable, it's your body's way of saying, ooh, you might want to come out of that, modify. Feel free to change it up. So this should feel like a good challenge. Again, nothing painful, no numbness, no tingling. One more breath here. And send that breath out. And then come back up to seated. All right, so we did cross-legged, we did wide-legged. Let's have our legs right out in front of you. I'm gonna show you this from the side. So a lot of times in class, teachers will say, okay, try to reach your toes. And I'm like, well, that's probably not gonna happen today. What I really wanna work on is a nice stretch in my lower back and my hips and down the backs of my legs. Again, I'm gonna bring my block or two right back into play and placing it in my lap, having it ready to meet me. And I'm gonna, again, open the chest forward. And this may be enough for today. Maybe just placing the hands right here. Just placing them on top of the block and allowing the stretch to happen down the back of the body and into those hips. Breathe in and breathe out. Option 2, if you want to come a little bit further down and again, bring the forehead down towards your block, you can do that. And I'm holding the block in place. It doesn't, flop out of my lap here. So breathing in and breathing out and breathing in and out. And if you've been doing forward folds for a really long time and you're looking for a way to make this posture a little more challenging, you can take that block, you can bring it to the end of your feet, and you just made your legs a tiny bit longer and you have something to reach for. So I'm gonna try that again. We're gonna reach up tall and I'm gonna hinge forward. Again, this is a more advanced stretch here. And then reaching for the block or reaching for the toes and finding a deeper expression of a staff fold. So breathe in here and breathe out and in and out. Good, and then I'm just gonna drop the hands down. I'm gonna slowly come out one vertebra at a time, just stacking bone on bone until I come back up to the top. So y'all, that is a quick way to use our block to help change, modify, personalize a seated forward fold. Thanks for joining me. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Hope to see you again very soon. Shalom and many blessings, y'all.